My lunch lady aunt warned me not to eat during lunch period. My aunt, who worked as a lunch lady at my school, quietly slipped me a note. It said, "Don't eat any of the food. Something's going on." I looked up at her. She was already serving the next student, pretending nothing had happened. I whispered, "What's this?" She didn't answer. So I sat down with my friends and acted normal. Everyone was eating. The pizza looked fine. It smelled fine. Owen took a huge bite and said, "Finally, decent pizza." I pushed mine around my plate and pretended to eat. About 20 minutes later, Liam suddenly grabbed his stomach. "Something's wrong." He rushed to the bathroom. Everyone laughed, assuming he'd just eaten too fast. Then Chloe doubled over. Then another student. Then another. Within minutes, students were running toward the bathrooms, and teachers were trying to figure out what was happening. Suddenly, the cafeteria erupted into chaos. Kids were getting violently sick. Teachers were rushing around trying to help. Someone screamed, "Call 911." The principal came over the intercom and shouted, "Everyone stop eating the cafeteria food." But hundreds of students had already eaten. Ambulances began arriving. The gym was turned into an emergency treatment area, with students lying on stretchers while medical teams tried to figure out what was happening. Then I heard an EMT say something that made my blood run cold. "This isn't normal food poisoning. We may be dealing with a mass poisoning." I immediately thought about the note my aunt had given me. I ran back toward the cafeteria kitchen. My aunt was there, calmly cleaning. I shouted, "Tia, people are getting seriously sick." She looked at me and said, "No one's dying, but we need to find out what happened." Then I noticed another lunch lady, Rosa, standing near the back door with her purse. She was trying to leave. I asked, "Where are you going?" She smiled, "Home. It's my last day." Then she said something I'll never forget. They finally got what they deserved. My stomach dropped. "What did you do?" Rosa admitted she deliberately added an extremely powerful laxative to the food. She said she'd been angry for years and wanted to punish the students for constantly insulting the cafeteria staff and wasting food. But she hadn't expected the reaction to be so severe. My aunt immediately called the authorities and told them everything she knew. Rosa was stopped before she could leave. Thankfully, emergency crews treated the students, and the situation was brought under control. But that day taught me something I'll never forget. The person who warned me wasn't some mysterious stranger. It was my own aunt. She had served the food that day knowing something was wrong, and made sure I didn't take a bite. Sometimes, the people working behind the scenes are the ones protecting you without you even realizing it. And maybe, before you complain about the person serving your lunch, remember that they're a person too.